All right, what's going on YouTube? It's Ryan Ogren here, and today we're going to be going through another news reaction video, just see what else is going on in the industry. It is November 19th, 2025, and let's just see what is going on in the data center and energy infrastructure space. Seems like there's deals and projects announced every single day now, which they are, and it's interesting to see. So I'm just going to give you guys my reaction, my thoughts on each, because I think you guys really like these things, and also the snippets serve, when I take the shorts and send them out, it serves as, and they get really nice reach on the engagement. So obviously the market likes these. And so today, actually, for those that don't know me, I'm Ryan Ogren. I'm a former pro baseball player, and I'm a private equity investor in the data center and energy infrastructure space. We've been involved in some major infrastructure projects, my firm. And yeah, some of them will be announced here shortly, I believe. So I think you guys are going to have a video of me celebrating, and I think maybe we'll get more followers then. But if not, until then, you can subscribe. And we're in the trenches here in the data center space. So I'm looking forward to seeing our projects get announced. Anyways, SABI targets Indianapolis for 250 megawatt data center campus. Yeah, good move. I like it. Let's see what we got here. Dell updates its server storage networking portfolios to support AI deployments at scale. Cruise raises 1.375 billion in latest round. So here's an idea. This is an interesting thing. I had this conversation with a guy today, and it came from why do data centers want front of the meter power? And one of my answers to him, and he actually wants me to come in and be the new CEO for his project, because he knows we've been able to get deals papered up, and he knows that we're the guys that can get it across the line. And I was kind of explaining like the moves he's going to have to make. And one of the things he asked, because he hasn't done any progress on the grid interconnection or anything like that. And I think people don't understand, like these hyperscalers, they want the grid interconnection for a bunch of different reasons. Two of the biggest ones. One, if they're connected to the grid, they don't have to worry about any power generation. So it's not even anything that they really need to worry about. It's someone else's problem. Two, any power generation that comes online down the road for the grid, they will then have access to that power. So that's them banking on long-term scalability, like government subsidies, those types of projects, SMR, nuclear, everything like that. So super beneficial, super valuable when it comes down to that. And they're also betting on, those two things are very common, very, very easy to know. The third one is the local utility that's going to be entering the PPA with the actual data center. They won't go bankrupt. They just will not go bankrupt. Like a solar company has a PPA, they have a better chance of going bankrupt than the actual utility, right? And a better chance of lawsuits and stuff like that. So that's that. But the fourth one, and this on this headline, Dell updates its server storage and networking portfolios to support AI deployments at scale. It doesn't really apply, but also at the same time gave me the idea. Are these AI chips, NVIDIA, even XAI, Tesla, like all these chips, these AI chips are going to become more efficient. And so the data centers, like they're going to actually, what's going to happen is they're going to be able to use more power with the same footprint that they currently have. So all data center capacity, the chips are going to become more efficient with power. The actual servers and the rack design is going to be more efficient with power. The whole data center layout in general is going to be more efficient. The cooling is going to be more efficient. So all of these things are going to happen, and it's going to allow more capacity and the actual output and efficiency of these data centers to increase at scale. That means that they can actually have more racks in there, which means they can actually consume more power then. And so them being connected to the grid, all that they need to do then is just say, hey, we want more power. And obviously it's not that simple, but when that time comes, they have that opportunity, and that's why it's so important. Versus they wanted more power after they had one combined cycle power plant behind the meter and a bunch of gas turbines. They need to go spend an extra 40, 50 million to go get another gas turbine for another 50 megawatts and do that, so on and so forth. So it scales worse. Versus on the grid, they just get that power, right? And the utility is more than happy to do it. So that's an interesting fact I think you guys need to know. So let's move on. I should make this like a live chat. I should stream this, and then you guys have like comments and stuff with questions, and I can look over here and get the question, answer the question. But maybe soon. Maybe. Let's see what we have here. French police raid 29 locations. Brookfield launches 100 billion, secures NVIDIA 10 megawatt. Element critical, or 10 megawatt. Interesting. TRG 20. That's interesting. 373 with Schneider. See, Schneider's doing a lot. So we know them. We like them. Those guys are class act. I love them. Now let's keep it professional. We like them. Google opens data center in Wisconsin, the Netherlands. Bitfarms to convert Washington crypto mines. HPC AI hubs. So this is interesting, guys. Here's one. The crypto miners, the Bitcoin guys, we're seeing them. I had a meeting this week with an AI company. They were following me on LinkedIn, or not an AI company, crypto mining company. They follow me on LinkedIn. They have 350 megawatts of power coming online next year, and it's just for crypto mining. If you look at just output, if you're a crypto miner versus you are a data center operator, and you're an AI data center operator, if you look at the amount of money you can make per megawatt, revenue-wise, operating these assets, the AI data center makes a tremendous amount more money than the actual crypto mining. It's very important to understand that, because that now is the standard of who can pay more for power. So there's a big push and there's a big shift in the marketplace where people think that the crypto miners, the Bitcoin mining companies are starting to get priced out of the market. They can't pay for the same amount of power that these AI companies can pay. They just cannot do it. They can't compete. And for good reason too. Look at these AI companies. They are the biggest companies in the world, and they have unlimited capital. Like, they have literally unlimited capital. So that's very important. I think it's very interesting to look at. And my meeting this week, they were actually asking me, like, what are the things that you look for when you guys are putting together your hyperscale deals? What are the actually things that you really want? And for us and our opportunities, by the way, if you guys are sitting there watching this and listening to what we're looking for, 2,000 acres plus of land, under high voltage lines, 230 kV and up. Obviously, they're on site. Ideally, there would be gas infrastructure around it somewhere. We can get off takes and last mile, everything squared away, so we can handle that side. But we really just want those two things in a place where the utility is deregulated. That's really what we're looking for. So if you have that, you find it, comment below, go to our website, get in touch with us. We will get in touch with you, because that's what we're looking for right now as of this video. So that's just another idea. And the AI company, or the Bitcoin company that was reaching out to me today, they were really just asking me what we were looking for, or this week. Bleh. And when I told them what we were looking for, they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And they were doing sites that are like 10 megawatt here, 5 megawatt there, and they're really good at it. They're really good at these deployments. But pretty much what they're doing is they're actually doing grid power as a service for these companies. So they would go, somebody says, oh, I want to start crypto mining. They would pay them. They go and do all the grid interconnection stuff, get them a mine, and so that they set them up completely on a mine. And then they start mining, and then they get like a monthly lease from them. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting thing. So that's that. Let's do one more. In-person events. Some of you guys are always asking me, like, are we going to go to in-person events? We went to President Trump and Senator McCormick's Energy Innovation Summit in July. And then pretty much after that, we really don't go to data center events and energy infrastructure events that much. We will if it's like imperative for one of our deals, but at the same time, like, we're not one of these big companies that is doing like a crazy amount of volume in these deals. Like, we'll never be able to compete with these larger companies and the amount, like, they have 1,000 people on their employees and on their teams and stuff, and they have a full structure. They can just move much faster. We just focus on the deals that are worth a lot of money to us, structure something properly, and focus on that one thing until we get it done, and then we move on to the next one. So we're a lot slower than they are. So like, we don't necessarily need that full networking power. Everyone that I need, I have within my circle. So I don't really love leaving Florida either. Like, it's annoying for me to have to get on a plane, go to an event, get out of my routine. I don't think the benefit is worth the gain. And then you have a bunch of these networking conversations that are really just not productive. Like, you meet people and then you never know when that connection is going to happen down the road. Haven't really gone to an event where a connection there was like the thing that changed the game for me. It was always like me having a deal, getting into a room, and then structuring something that changed the game for everybody. So I don't know, just my 2 cents on it. I don't think events are that productive. I think the speakers and the panelists are very interesting to get their thoughts, but they're always nerfed. Like, they're always nerfed. I remember listening to Larry Fink at BlackRock talk, and I was like, this guy's not even saying like anything right now, and I know he's a very smart guy. So like, he was just saying like the politically correct thing at that time, but I know like deep down he wanted to say something completely different. So I just also think they're feeding you. The stage is so big that they can't be honest. And that's part of the reason I do these YouTube videos, is like, it's my own platform. I can put my own thoughts out there. And when I grow this platform and it actually starts to take off, you guys will see like how things are coming together. But for now, it's just me. That's all for today. I got to get out of here and go to dinner. But I hope you guys like these news videos. Maybe they're fun, maybe they're not. Maybe I'll get better at them, maybe I'll get worse. I think as I just go on, I'll get better talking on camera. Make sure, if you guys like this video, subscribe. If you want me to do a reaction to a specific deal or a specific news article, let me know. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, comment, talk soon.